Hello, chat. Can you see me? Can you see me lurking down here? Hello, chat. We are doing a no glasses stream today. I like to make myself suffer. What type of language is that? Kiryu? I am sorry. My eyes are not able to read that, and I don't know if that's an actual language or not. Hello. It's just your eyes, that's all. Oh, I see. Oh my god! Snow! Hello! Newt Snail Raid! Hello there! Oh my goodness! Snail! How are you? It's good to see you! Hello! Welcome, Raiders! My, I just go live and I get raided! Hello there! Welcome! For those of you who are new, hello! I am your local Dragon Wolf Zeno, who is your local Dragon Wolf deity. I grant wishes, cause a little bit of mischievous chaos, and I protect dreams. Welcome! Welcome! It's good to see you all. How was your stream, Snow? How are you doing? Vegeta, good to see you. Hello. I have no glasses today. It is a thing. It's a thing today. We have no glasses, but that means I have the tracking power to be able to wink at you guys now. Hello, Divine One. Well, hello to you there, Ryaker. Ryaker? Please forgive me if I mispronounced your name. But it is wonderful to meet you all. Hello. Got some work done today? I'm excited. Oh, what were you working on? What were you working on? Tell me. My eyes are giving me some fits still. They still track really well though. What was you working on? Rayworks. Oh. Tut. Pats. Wrong emotion. Arigato. Thank you for the pats. Thank you very much for the pats. How'd you know that I like them so much? My eyes are... Okay, I might need to fiddle with the sensing tracking there. Hello there, Daedalus. Good to see you. Hi. Hello. Wow. Today has been a good day. It was a good day. Rather, it's been a fantastic day, except for waking up with some Charlie horses when I first woke up. Those aren't fun. I was sleeping so peacefully, and then one thing I woke up twice because of the Charlie horse, one on the left leg and one on the other one. It was horrible. Absolutely horrible. It was very, very uncomfortable. But other than that, today's been a fairly decent day, actually. You doodled your clown, Sona. Ooh, that's always fun. Today in stream was commissions, but I've been working on stream stuff all day. That sounds like a fun thing to do. I know I've been slacking on that. I've been slacking with my emote game. I need to fill my emotes out. Nah. You know what those come from? Not hydrating. Oh dear. 420. Oh my. Thank you for the hydrate, Snell. I'm actually hydrating today because I have tea with me today. Not hydrating. I thought it was a lack of potassium. I like that my eyes don't actually track. Did I hear it was tea time? It is. It is tea time. I have sweet tea today. Actual good old-fashioned sweet tea. Just you've got your bog standard sweet tea from the south of the US of A. What else would it have been? Got a little bit of lemon. It's nice to see dragons. They have a great sense of scale. Oh my god, I'm using that joke. That's a fantastic joke. Oh, I love that. That's great. Been making new scenes because I got my model. Oh my god, yes! What you? Oh, I saw in the boot camp that you're planning on doing a debut. I look forward to seeing it. Have you picked out a date yet? I'll be there. I'm gonna mark my calendar down for it. I think my eyes. I mean, I want to be able to blink and be like this because then I can wink at chat, like so. But, nah. I might have to turn it off because the one eye blinking without me wanting it to is kind of bugging me. Snell! You and I have the same birthday! Snell! My birthday is also on the 12th! Hey, yo! Pog! Yo! Hey, yo! Dope! Yo, that's cool! I was actually going to announce that. I'm gonna be having a birthday stream on the 13th. Yeah, no, we got like birthday twins up in here. Hey, yo! That's cool! Oh my god, that's really cool! Oh man, yeah, no kidding! That's so cool! Oh my god! I don't have any citrus in my glass of God's nectar. Oh my. But yeah, birthday twins! That actually surprised me. It is a friend destiny. It must be. Oh my god, that's so cool! Are you planning on doing a stream for your birthday? Mine is going to be on the 13th. I was going to announce that a little bit later, but I was like, oh, birthday twins! I'm gonna be doing a 24-hour birthday stream on the 13th, so the day after my birthday, because usually on my birthday, things tend to get a little crazy. I have a lot of friends and family that end up coming out of the woodwork just to say, happy birth! Yeet! All the presents. Oh my, that's cool. I have a friend's birthday that's coming up in 2 days. I also have another friend's birthday that's coming up on the 6th. So, and then of course mine is on the 12th. And I'm like, lots of fun stuff is gonna happen. It's gonna my debut then or around then. Oh yeah, fair enough. It do be, right? Like, yo, it's so good. I've had a lot of birthdays for friends in January too. So like these first 2 months so far for me have been filled with a lot of friends' birthdays. I hung out on the 20th with Matcha for their birthday stream. We also, I showed up for a happy birthday for Lance, my wonderful mod. He had a birthday on the 29th. And we got, oh my god, I'm so happy because Venus and a few of other, bunch of other VTuber friends worked really, we worked really hard together to surprise him on his birthday for like an hour stream. We managed to get Eyes Royale in there to surprise him too, because Lance is a really big fan of Eyes. And I was like, yo, let's go. That's so awesome. But yeah, there's been a lot of birthdays this month, this past January. It's great. And then of course, it looks like we're gonna have another birthday month on February here. Ah! Itchy! Trying to get my eyes to work. So apparently I might just have to bite the dust here and just have my eyes link again with the blinking. Mine was just, yeah, that's true. My lovely mod, so hi Helheim. My mod Helheim here also had a birthday on the 22nd of January. Oh dear. Achoo! Well, I certainly hope that you have a wonderful evening there. Take care, Day. Take care. Oyasa mi nasai. I'll see you later. I hope I'll see you later. I'm gonna link my blinking because this is annoying me. My ADHD and amongst other things can't tolerate the fact that my blinking is messing up. Where's it at? Ah! Yeah, there we go. Much better. That was getting annoying for me personally. Oh! You mean your birthday is in the... Oh! Okay. Well, bunk. What you bunking me for? What did I do? I obviously have come to bug you during your birthday stream, of course. Oh my gosh, we're going to be doing a 24-hour. You know what I did, huh? Oh. Yes, I certainly don't know what you're talking about, Hell. I certainly don't know. But yeah, we'll be doing a 24-hour stream on the 13th, but on my birthday, or rather, Snow, on our birthday, yeet me, poke me at any point. Literally, you could poke me at any point in my DMs, and we'll set aside like an hour, prepared in advance. We'll have something fun that we can do, like or even just hang out for like a little bit. That's gonna be great. Also, we have a no glasses stream today because I felt like having better tracking while I hang out and talk with you all. Potato, 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 potato. Oh, that's right. For my lovely new people within the chat here, my followers now have 3 free emotes. So if you guys take a look here, we have 3 new free emotes for my followers to be able to use. Lots of cute little dragons. Tater. Yes. As you can see here, my adorable little pet down in the corner that's hanging out underneath chat right there. That one, this little extension, they recently made it where you can make small little emotes from the dragons. So I made a couple of what maybe I would possibly look like in their little dragon form thing. So you guys now have a nice emote, a hype emote, and a smug emote. For now. Until I can draw some of the ones for myself, because I might draw some as well. I need to get on that, actually. Vodka? No vodka here. No vodka here. Dargan, Durgan, Dragon. You know, I call Eastern dragons noodle dragons. Eastern dragons are giant noodle dragons. Potatoes mean vodka? Well, the potatoes aren't vodka yet. They have to be distilled and fermented and all that alcoholic process. Ne, chat. 大好きだよ. Flying danger noodles. Flying fluffy danger noodles. Yeah, vodka is specifically distilled from potatoes. Yep. Potato bread is also a thing that exists. It's really interesting. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Like, I was pretty surprised when I learned that, too. I had no idea that that was a thing. Potato candy. No, I haven't. I would love to try some, though. Where can I get that? That sounds so interesting. Russia had to adapt. Russia does what Russia does. In Mother Russia, you adapt to Russia. Russia does not adapt to you. You adapt to Russia. It's so yummy. Oh. I wonder if it's anything like, you know, potato bread is a thing too. Like, I already said that, but like, you've got the, oh! Fine. Badger EMT, thank you very much for the subscription. Welcome.
Just subscribed.
Welcome. Welcome to the devotion. Hello. I hope you make yourself nice and comfortable within my shrine. Welcome. They do indeed love their taters, but Russia love their taters just as much as the Irish do. Banshee's gonna murder me. Oh no. Banshee's gonna kill me. I mean, to be fair, so does Idaho, which is a real state. That is a real state in the United States. There is an actual state in the U.S. called Idaho. Well then, chat. That is a Oh, yo, Tennessee. I have family that lives up there. I visited them last year when I was on vacation. I visited them up there. I am in South Carolina. I'm not very far, state-wise. Idaho is really, really popular and famous for their potatoes. And we also got Ohio as well, too. Those are like some of the bigger agricultural states here. I have family that lives up near Sevierville. Tennessee Valley. Yeah, of course. I'm not sure if they still live there because they did say that they were moving, but I'm gonna talk with them. I should call them eventually. Like, I haven't spoken with them since I've like visited, which is really, I'm bad at keeping in touch. So for all I know, they might have already moved. I know that they're still in Tennessee for sure, though. But yeah. I'm gonna bring golfers, bring extra pants in case they get a hole-in-one. Oh my god. Oh yeah, absolutely, Snell, though. Like, seriously, next time I'm up there, I'll let you know. I would love to be able to meet you and hang out and have some potato candy and just, oh, we could visit that museum. There's like the upside down museum, like the house that I know what that is. Like, it's the Wonder Works. That's it. The Wonder Works. I took pictures of it while I was there. I didn't get to go in the last time I was there. Yes, the Wonder Works it's like such a crazy place. I like dad jokes. Dad jokes are great. Nah, it was too cheesy. Yeah. My family is fairly close to that, so I will at least say that much. So if I come up and visit, maybe it would be really cool to be able to hang out and see each other. I could vibe to this music all night. Oh my god. So comfy. Very comfy. Oh my god. I really want to, next time I go, I think I want to try some of the alpine slides. They were really, like, a lot of them when we were driving, we got to see them. So, and they were like, that looks so cool. It's not a roller coaster, but it looks just as cool. Got the alpine slides. You've got the... I know that you've got, like, a dinner show, too, place, where it's, like, the Hatfield and the McCoys. That's it. You've got an entire museum of the Titanic, which, by the way, the museum itself is built to look like the Titanic, too, from the exterior, which is really cool. Like, oh my god. And also, one of my family members used to work at Dollywood. They tended to the horses. Mm-hmm. My family is pretty cool. It's the difference between a good pizza joke and a bad one. The delivery, oh my god, yes! Oh, that's great! It's not delivery, though. Daedalus is not delivery. It's DiGiorno. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining me, Badger. I hope you have a wonderful and or better night. Please take care. Oyasumi. Stay safe and comfy. Yes. What's ET short for? I don't know. What? I thought ET would have been short for extraterrestrial. Oh my god! Oh! That's perfect. Oh, he's got little legs. Oh, that's great. Dragons are great at commitment. They're always willing to help a good cause. Oh my god. As your local dragon wolf deity, I do appreciate these dragon jokes. The best of jokes for the best of folks. Oh, did you? Do tell. Oh, do tell. Do tell. What do you get if you cross 27 knives and a pizza? Little Caesars. Oh, that's good. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's actually perfect. Oh, my God. You get the whole... It's a double whammy. You've got the pizza joke for the fact that Little Caesars is a pizza restaurant chain. And then you've got the fact that there's, like, at least the whole fact of how Caesar actually died in history. Oh, my God. That's brilliant. That's very dark, but very good. I approve. You get the Zeno stamp of approval with that joke. That's a good one. Chopped beef and pea soup? What's the difference? I don't know. Ah-da-da-da. Everyone can chop beef? Oh, no. I know what the ending with that one. No one can pea soup. Oh, no. I just realized it. Ah, yes, my inner 12-year-old. My inner 12-year-old found that one very funny. I failed the maturity check. You know, one of the better things that I do also appreciate with the fact when I don't wear my glasses? I could do this a lot easier. You guys see my ears? I can wiggle them a lot better. Wiggle! Yes! Wiggle! They're linked to my eyebrows. So when I'm wearing my glasses, my eye tracking and my eyebrow tracking is kind of not the best. So it's hard for me to wiggle my ears. But I can do them a lot better without my glasses. So I can wiggle my ears. So so for a while I was wondering, how am I gonna get these to wiggle without my tracking? And I was like, you know what, I'm just not gonna bother with it. But one of my cheats that I did think I could have had is like wearing my mask like so and toggling my angry eyes on and off. But like even then, it's not like the best. It's not as smooth. It's not the greatest option, but like it was an option available, but I don't know. I think I'll talk with Daddy Yolox about it. Cause if I could have like a little animation or something like maybe, I don't know, with the way they are. Like, I could maybe have, like, a toggle where I could just have it, like, just like how I have my tail, as you can see. So, fun fact about my tail. Here, I'll show you guys. So, the thing is with my tail is that is actually an animation. I have it set up on a hotkey, so where it doesn't play all the time. It currently, it will toggle instead, to where it will wag when I want it to. I thought that would be good because I could have a bit more control over it. But I don't know. Let's test this out for this stream and let me hear what you guys think. Cause I'm more or less kind of fiddling with my model as of right now lately because I'm trying to factor in, like, it's actually supposed to be an idle animation, so here you guys go. There you go. And now, it'll constantly be wagging. Always. I don't need to toggle it. Well, that is the difference between a piano and a fish. I don't know. I definitely would not to be, you can't tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. But, so, that's a good one. I like that one. But yeah, when it comes to like my tail's wag is it's supposed to be an animation. And I had it set up as a toggle because I noticed a lot it depends, like, so for example, if I'm in the just chatting screen, I have to move things around a bit so you guys can see it because otherwise it gets hidden by like the overlays and stuff over here. So, but I mean, I like it. I think if I do want my ears though to be able to have like an idle animation, I might have to talk with Daddy Yolox about that. Daddy Yolox. Because as of right now, they're linked to my eyebrows. They're technically linked to my eyebrows. So if I'd want them to have like a separate animation wiggle, he'd have to go in and like do some wizardry to have them have effectively, I think, their own like physics and everything beyond what they already have. I don't know fully because I'm not a rigger for models. I don't know how anything of Live 2D works when it comes to that sort of thing. But that is something that I could talk with him about. Maybe making it where we can have like a proper, I could toggle them to do wiggles. You know. Such a pretty tail. Ah, thank you. I glow, actually. My horns and my tail glow. It's hard to tell because this particular background is very, it's very bright. But if we go to, say, for example, a pure black background, here, hold on, I'll show you guys. Let me bring up a background, just a moment. We're gonna bring up an image. We're just gonna create a new one. We're just gonna make it a very simple black, dark background. Let me see here. Do I have one? I'm pretty sure I have one. Let me see here. I know I've made one. Give me a moment. Let's try to find it. I gotta sort through all my files. Is it in my saved folder? Probably. References, photo reference, miscellaneous, other. Ooh, I have an idea. I could go with this one instead. Give me a minute. Personal. If I go to my personal folder here. Nope. There we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. So, this is the... Also, you get to see this glorious image again. I made this image with Blythe. A good friend of mine, Daddy Blythe. He and I both made this image together in like 3 hours. I did the background, he did the PNGs in the center there. So you guys get to see that real fast again. I love this image. It was so... We were definitely on a crunch to get it done quickly, but so you can see as it being a darker colored image there. You can see that my tail and my horns do indeed glow. Let me see here. Maybe turn that off. Yeah, there we go. There is we're going to be fixing the glow on my horns. But yeah. But also, I just genuinely like this background image. Like, me and Blythe, it's impressive what we were able to do in just under 3 hours. Like, that is pretty impressive, yeah? That was in just under 3 hours. I mean, yes, the PNG's anatomy, some of them are pretty, some slightly janky, but overall, for 3 hours, give or take, that's not bad. But yes, I glow. I glow. And there we go. There we go. You guys can see. We're gonna be fixing my glow because one of them, they're slightly messed up, but I'm pretty sure it's because it was unintentional. We didn't know that this type of accent was here. But I am incredibly happy that it is because it was like a happy accident. And I would not want to go back ever since because, oh my god, it's so cool. And I'm like, yeah, I glow. I glow in the dark. So we're gonna fix it and where both of them will glow. So basically like one horn, as you can see, is glowing like on and off. We're gonna have it fixed. I'm gonna pay Daddy Yolox to fix it. For both my horns and my tail, they're gonna be a bit more noticeable. We're gonna have them like be a bit better. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. But yes, being cozy in the dark. It isn't so scary with me, is it? Isn't it, chat? It's kind of cozy in here, isn't it? That's another thing. My VTuber anniversary will be this June. Oh my. I can't believe it's already been a year since I've debuted, just about. It feels like hardly any time passed. It's like it's just breezed by. It's insane. And I'm just, it's very, very surprising. We'll hang out in the dark here for a little bit so you guys can see the glow to its adorable fullest. I would hug you too. I like hugs. Hugs are nice. But yeah, I am debating on getting a second outfit for my annual anniversary. I'm not decided just yet. I really am genuinely torn between the two, which is why I tweeted out on Twitter. I'm like, hey, yo, do I give off mommy energy or do I give off daddy energy? Because, little did you know, chat, it's secretly... Oh, hi, Dad! Secretly a poll. Hello, Dad! Good to see you! Daddy! Bone Daddy Yolux. But I was trying to decide. I'm trying to decide on what I'm gonna do for my anniversary, for my 1-year anniversary. Because if I, depending on what chat says, you woke up from your nap. Oh, I see. Did you sleep well, Dad? Did you sleep well? I'm showing things off today. I have no glasses once again. Nay, Daddy. Daddy. I'm gonna DM you later because I have some questions to ask, possibly about maybe doing some things with like making a toggable ear wiggle. Yeah, that's another thing too. Like it's really insane. It's been almost a year since my debut, because my debut was on Oyasumi Ryaka. Thank you. Oyasumi, rest well. But yeah, like, it surprised me, Yolux. It's already been almost a year now since my debut, because I debuted on June 25th. It really is like, holy crap, it doesn't feel like it was already like 6-7 months ago. But it has been, and it's like, wow. It's insane. So, what I was trying to decide is... if I go with another model, just to celebrate, I'm trying to debate on it because on the one hand, I want to kind of go summer yukata, which would mean that it would be a female model with booba. Or do I want to go butler? Because both are very good. Both of them are definitely designed in mind to be fan service. I have no idea which one I want to go yet. It is a very good decision to try and ponder on. It feels like a group of artists all found VTubing at the same time. It really doesn't feel that way that long though, rather. You're right, Snell. It genuinely doesn't feel like it was all that long ago. It's insane. I mean, that is exactly like, I'm like, there is so many tig bitties out there. Why not go absolute proper butler, you know? And I'm gonna be using voice mod with it too, because I will be getting voice mod to help make my voice a little bit deeper for it as well. There's a couple of options that I've just been playing around with in terms of fan service, essentially. Abso-fucking-lutely, yes! Yes! Super hardcore embrace. I mean, my model is effectively a Ken doll anyways. It is indeed. I ain't got no tig bitties. I ain't got nothing else either. I am genuine Ken doll. Look at how pretty I am. Look at how handsome I am. I am both. I genuinely love my model though. Like, oh my god. Also, my model is just tall. I'm not this tall in real life. But I mean, you know, it is what it is. I agree with that. I'm not this tall. My model is like, what, 5'7", 5'8"? I have no idea how tall my model is, but it genuinely looks like the build, it just looks tall. And then I'm just like, I am a shrimp IRL. Big friend. I am very small, IRL. I'm actually very small. I'm 5'3". I'm tiny. I am very small. Wait, I'm either 5'3" or 5'2". All I know is that I'm short. I'm shorter than my model. That is definitely for sure. But yeah, I kind of want to go butler. Butler would be really fun. And plus, I could amp up the androgyny and still be very attractive in the way how my model in general is just pretty. It's Ekin then to the max. Definitely got some strong, like, otome game vibes. You see me in an otome game. What do you do, chat? But yeah, I'm gonna be poking you later, Dad, on possibly about fixing. We're gonna be getting some of these things about what we can do with my model. I do want to kind of catch up again with you on regards to the glow, because I'm gonna get paid this week, and I'm gonna yeet you some money, so we can get the glow fix like we talked last month about. There was a little bit of financial delay. But we're gonna be talking about that, and also maybe we could perhaps discuss making my ear wiggles like a toggle, because I love the fact that they are linked to my eyebrows. That is true, but like a proper like toggle where they can just wiggle freely might actually be really cool. I don't know. We'll talk about it later. Ah, I hear my kitty. You're not allowed in today. But Maximus, no. You're not allowed in today. You chewed on the wires. I don't want you to get hurt. But I am canonically as tall as I need to be because shapeshifting, but my most commonly assumed form is 6'2". Oh, tall. Wow, Max, my cat is yelling at me from beyond the void. He's not allowed in. He has a habit of being a little butt, and he likes to lay in front of my monitor, and I already will have a hard time reading chat if he's in front of my monitor. I love him to bits, but I don't let him in when I'm streaming because he's a little butt. But yeah, I have a couple of different like outfit type of model designs in mind. I do know that one of these things that I'm going to do, let me see here if I can show you guys. I had lap warmer. He doesn't lay in my lap. He likes to lay in the crook of my arm, barely in the chair. And I'm like, boyo, you do know that this chair has holes in the armrests. I love my cat, but he is a Peninthius. He is a genuine Peninthius, which is another way of saying pain in the ass. Yeah, cats. Yeah, all of us are cat parents here. Yeah, Dad. I remember when you were showing me pictures of when your cat was like snuggling your arm while you were working. I'm like, yep, my cat does that too. Mine is a crook of the arm kind of cat. He likes to curl up in the crook of your arm in any way he can. He's a little butt. He a butt. I need to use that arm when I'm drawing, sir. Let's see here. Where is it? The other option I could have in terms of models is a chibi form of my fursona here, as you can see. Is this here? This is where my model, believe it or not, chat, this is the beginning. This picture right here is the foundation of everything that my model currently is. This is my fursona, also named Zeno. I'm very on brand. So everything that is my model as of right now has effectively been design overhauled, but all has its foundations from this image. I had it commissioned by an artist friend of mine from way back in the day, back in 2000, I want to say 14. This is an 8-year-old picture. Some of you have probably already seen this one before. But yes, this is a dragon wolf god character I made. And they're lazy, they're adorable, they just want to vibe, and they hang out. That is literally their whole thing. They're a god of creation that's lazy as fuck, and it's great. But I love this because back during then, when it came down to fursonas, ouch, I feel the pain, don't feel bad, I'm old too. It's okay. Embrace it. But yes, back then, there was, when it came down to fursonas, you're more likely to see like the Sparkle Dog OCs, where everybody is going a little bit nuts and crazy when it comes to like the colors, the neon, everything. You got your little sparkles, you got your superpowers, you got the fact that they're an angel and a demon and a this, that, and the other. I decided I'll go a little tam. I'll make it a dragon wolf. I'll make it a god of creation, and then I'll give it the most basic color scheme while still keeping it unique. And then make it fluffy and cuddly. And make it purple. Specifically royal purple, because I also want to tie in the blue. And then the only sparkles are like this aura of magic, and there you go. It's equal parts over the top, and yet very simple and straightforward. It's great. And there were a lot less, from what I remember, commonly, there's not that many fursonas from that time period that would be fundamentally as simplistic as this one is from a design perspective. And yet it's equal parts simplistic and complex. Oh yeah, back then I really loved a lot of royal blue purples, and I still do. I just kind of drifted somewhat away from it for now, but you can see actually, I still very much love blues and purples of just all kinds nowadays. I mean, have you seen my fan? Have you not seen my mask? Ah! Masks. Like, I love it. It's great. And I gave the design in my head, and I had an art trade with someone on DeviantArt. That's a very old sentence. And so they yeeted me the concept sketch, and I yeeted them art of their one of their dragon characters. And then I took that concept sketch, and then I yeeted it to another artist friend of mine, and I said, hey, yo, are your commissions open? They're like, yeah, sure, what do you want? Yeet, yeet, skadeet, have my fluffy baby. They're like, oh my god, how precious. They're so fucking beautiful and fluffy. I say, if you can accentuate the magic, and if you can make the horns really cool, and you make them look majestic as fuck, here, have $60. Because that's how much it cost at the time. And I'm like, yes. And so that was basically how I ended up getting, this is the very first artwork I ever got of my persona that was in color. And her design has been the same ever since. Hello there, Spectre. Good to see you. I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. How about yourself? Welcome to the shrine. But yeah, if I do, the other option as a model is that I might get a chibi version of this rigged for my 1-year anniversary. So I have 3 different options, which is kind of cool. So I've got this one as an option. Alternatively, instead of like a summer yukata with a particularly female leaning model, I also could go. It's indeed good to see you as well, but I am fine nonetheless. Oh, that's good to hear. Alternatively, I think if I do go anything else, I would probably go with... I have to find it real fast. Downloads, is it in documents? Hold on, let me see here. I'm scrolling for it. Give me a minute. I should sort my folders. I really should sort my folders. Illustration, no. Pictures. Is it in screenshots? Nope. Saved pictures. References. Clip Studio, no. Photoshop, nope. Where's it at? Huh. Where is it? I'm trying to find it now. Where have you disappeared to? Are you on my desktop instead? Probably. I really need to find a way to sort everything. Okay, I think I found it. Okay, here we go. It's either gonna be that, or I might go with, like, there's two other options I could go for when it comes to kimono. There's this one from this New Year's image I commissioned ages ago as well. Or pictures, references, there you are. Or I'll go with this one here. So these are my kind of like my two options for the most part in terms of outfits. If I go with the kimono yukata kind of outfit choice. Because these two are fairly, I say fairly, I'm not sure, but they're more or less gender neutral. Even though the character of my OC in these artworks is actually male. So these are some options as well. So you've got the very simple, very lovely red picture here. This one I had commissioned during New Year's. It's a joke. It's an actual like April Fool's joke piece that I had commissioned. I commissioned somebody to make. It's because this was during Year of the Boar. Oh, uh-oh. Ah! There we go. I had commissioned this one during the Year of the Boar. And I thought, you know what'd be funny? Have my OCs cooking a pig on the Year of the Boar, because that's kind of funny. Why not? I'm a goofball. We all know this. I have the tendencies to make a twisted sense of humor every now and again. But here are some of the options in regards to what I would go with in terms of possible outfits. I especially love this one that my OC wears because I designed it, kind of. I effectively yeeted this like idea of a crescent moon pattern falling down and then just like a full moon starry sky obi. And it has to be purple. And so they drew my character in this as a result, and I'm like, that's kind of cool. I like that. That's nice. That's lovely. But yeah. Those are two possible outfit designs that I've played around with in my thoughts in regards to potential outfits. But yeah, what do you guys think? I do like them. If we go with a butler outfit, I think I would want it to be like tea time butler of some variety. Properly with like gloves and everything. I'll have to color up some ideas with some reference material. It's gonna take a while. I want to get better at drawing suits anyways, because suits are just nice. We're gonna go butler, get some proper fan service. Who knows? I just hope I can get it done prior to my anniversary, because I'll be saving up money for it. You know. But priorities first. I'll have to replace my computer first. That is first on the list. I've been trying to put it off, but I might just have to open up a donathon or a subathon for it. And I don't want to do that. I really don't. I was like, ugh. I don't want to do a donathon or a subathon for it, because I was like, ugh, you know? Wears 3-piece suits on Sunday on special occasions. They look so nice. I genuinely love how clean suits can look on people. They're very, very lovely and just elegant. They're very awesome. I love them. I love how people look in suits. There's just a level of professional elegance and appeal to somebody who is in uniform and suits. They're very nice. I like suits. I like drawing people in suits, but I'm terrible at it. Oh, speaking of, some of you might have seen this image before, but I am getting better. I am getting better at anatomy, and I am so fucking proud of myself. This was from 2019, this image. I am insanely happy at how much I have improved, and I look forward to probably redrawing it, actually, when I get the chance. Let me see if I can find it. It is... Where are you? Where are you? It took me fucking forever to draw this when I did do it. I'm gonna find it. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where have you gone? Why are you taking so long to find? Ah! New folder. Are you in there? Are you in here? No, no, no. Browse. Keep going. Desktop. Are you here, maybe? It's hard to look through my folders when I'm not able to wear... You know what? Hold on. I'll just put on my glasses for now just so I can see what I'm looking at in terms of folders. Because if I don't, I won't find it. Okay. Are you in this folder? I need to. I need to sort everything out. I'm gonna kick, da-da-da-da. No, that's not it. Rye, hello! Been spamming Grandpa with it. Oh my. Yeet a sneaky peek? Yes, please do. Please do. Also, hello, Rye. Good to see you. Welcome to the shrine. How you doing? I do need to clean my folders, though. Like, bruh. Where are you? Ba-ba-da-da-da. Well, I'm happy to see you again, too. Are you having a wonderful evening? Copies? No, that's not it. Concept art, reference idea. No, that's just my reference folder. Okay. Art? Are you in here? No. Are you in here? Maybe. Desktop. Streaming images. No, you're not here either. Thank you! Also, no worries, Rye. I'm just happy you're able to be here. Welcome. Audio, images. No, you're not there. Okay. Am I really about to... I genuinely need to sort my folders. I know you're in the Skyreach art book. Alright, hold on. Yeah, discard this, discard this. We're gonna take a look through my Skyreach art book. We're gonna take a look at it. It's because I know it's in there. Alright. Alright, so here, let me give my art book. Art book, where are you? Dokoda desu ka? Update. Is this it? Are you in here? La da 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 da. Do 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 do. Okay. New folder. There you are. Okay. Open. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Okay. Ah. Oh dear. Okay. Oh yeah. Extract all. Browse. Desktop. New folder. Select. Extract. Ah. Okay. Hey. There we go. And now, if I open it up, I should theoretically be able to show you guys this. Give me a minute. Concept art. There we go. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Alright, there we go. I found it. And now I can show you guys some of the cool stuff I got first. Oh, cool. We're going to be going and continuing stream for just a bit longer. Today's stream is a little bit shorter because I have a little bit of a headache. That's also why I decided, you know what, no glasses stream today. Because I'm resting my eyes somewhat, but I still wanted to hang out with you guys. Ooh. Window. Yes, and we're gonna go here to photos. Not gonna capture cursor. Is that it? Is that? Okay. Nani? Properties. Capture method. No. No, that's not it. Let me see here. Let me cancel that. Let me see. How did I set this up? I'm gonna delete that. We have new emotes, by the way, here, chat. For those of you who are new, we have new emotes. I think it's window capture, I think it is. Let's see here. Window capture, photos. Okay. Huh. We also have some new free emotes. If you take a look, Daddy, we have some new free follower emotes too. We have some of these. Let me see here. If I open, let me see. Is there a way I can open these in a different window? Let me see here. You know what? I could just open these in Clip Studio. Why am I making my life so difficult? Open with. Open with. Let me open with. Wait a minute. If I open up Clip Studio, if I just drag and drop these in, I should be able to. Mobile can't see them. No! No! Oh. See, the benefits of having my glasses off improves my tracking. The unfortunate side effect is it improves my tracking, so you guys can see when I'm fucking squinting. Ah! Because my monitor's a bit away in front of me. It's not like right up there, you know? Ugh. Oh, that's gonna take a minute. Uh-oh. My computer screen did not like that. It went dark. Okay, there we go. All right, cool. I think I can more or less get away with this. Just no, don't save that one. Do. So I went in and I practiced like faces and everything. And I was going to try and draw his fox form and everything too. So in order of, okay, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and over to my drawing stream setup here. Technology is pain, but it's even worse when you can't fucking see. All right, here we go. Let me fix Clip Studio because Clip Studio is now being a mess. Why is you gotta love the scuff, chat. Otherwise, you're gonna hate the scuff, and the scuff is inevitable. I promise, I am truly a professional grade streamer. Absolutely. Absolute proper professional streamer. Alright. Transform. It ain't a VTuber stream if there's no scuff. Exactly. There we go. Ah! Okay. Don't worry about the picture just yet, chat. We're gonna zoom in. Okay. Here we go. And now I'm gonna just lock that. There we go. So, this is when I was a baby artist. Take a guess what year this is from. I'll give you 3 hints. Or 3 guesses, rather. Not 3 hints. I'll give you 3 guesses, though. I'll give you a hint if you struggle. This gives me an idea of doing the same thing. Ooh! Like, I do keep an art progression journal. I started when I was younger. I basically have been keeping all of my digital sketches and art for years. And, like, we always had our redraws, too. Like, the redraw your old artwork. So, take a guess what year this is from. Oh, God, I recently went through all of my old DeviantArt pictures too not too long ago. I literally logged back in on DeviantArt and I went through the folder on there for the ye olden cringin' days from artwork like anywhere between 10 to like 13 or 10 to like 8 years ago. It is a while ago. A lot of I got into digital art in 2011 and 2012. Yep, actually, this one right here is from 2013. You're not that far off, Day. This one's from 2013. I had no idea what I was doing. This is baby art Zen. Baby Zen art. When I was just I wasn't completely new, but I still had no idea how to draw the human figure. So I literally just took what I saw and tried to mirror it, and I didn't like how characters had thin necks. And I was like, this is the thick neck Zen phase. It died really fast. It died. Thankfully, I didn't continue to draw like this. And so it says 2019. The reason why it's labeled like that is that's because that's when I found it again. Because this is also during the time I was still using Paint Tool Sai. And so later in 2020, is this from 2020? Yeah. 2020, I made the attempt again, and you can see I've started to improve. This is also the very first picture of Kiri that I drew and sketched out in Clip Studio. This is I bought Clip Studio, the permanent license, back in 2019. Oh God, you want to talk scuffed proportions? I should show you Gavin. I'm still trying to figure out the nose. I'm still trying to figure out how to draw noses. There is an attempt being made. I've gotten a lot better at drawing noses since then, but this is definitely this art style of nose phase. I've tried. I do still like. Oh my God! Ugly bastard, Mary. The nose. Oh my God. Yes. I mean, proper handsome Mary. Oh my God. Rye, you need to go to watch Mary's streams. He has a whole ugly bastard model and everything. I mean, the glorious proper Mary model. I mean, how could you not? It's great. Oh my God, yeah, it's great. I love it. But you can see, despite the nose here, I've gotten a lot better in drawing just like, oh, that's just like an emo. I've gotten better in facial proportions. I've gotten better at drawing hair. I've started leaning a bit more towards manga style and like manhwa, I think, as well. Fun fact, I drew this while reading one of Mary's comics. I was rereading through, I think it was Everywhere and Nowhere at the time. And I was in the middle of reading like 3 of Mary's comics at the time. I know it was Everywhere and Nowhere, Winter Moon, and I want to say in the middle of Internet Explorer, John? Like, I was reading all 3 of those at the same time, and I was like, I was also reading a lot of other like webcomics on Webtoon at the time too. And so I made the decision that while I was reading these comics, I would draw, because I could use them as visual study as to how to pose, how to improve my anatomy, how to improve on how to draw clothes and imply clothes physics and wrinkles. It was something nice to have as a visual. Well, I'm already reading a bunch of cool stuff from really talented artists and writers. I'll use this as some kind of visual inspiration. Thank you for the host, Rye. Oh my god, Yuji. I saw that Yuji released a bunch of new emotes. Those are great. The Lenny face. I could never draw without a copy. Oh, I mean, that's understandable. I would always keep like this up in the top like corner somewhere, or even on my second monitor, because when I'm using my tablet, I use my main monitor as a second monitor then. So, you know. I mean, I think when it comes to tracing and redrawing your own art for improvement, that's fantastic as a good tool, but eventually you should move past that, because the better way to trace to learn from art is to it's not even tracing at all, it's actually breaking down the artwork into its most basic of shapes, geometrically. So I'm currently using a mouse, so this is gonna be scuffed as fuck, and I'm also not wearing any glasses. Woo! Let's go! So if I was to draw over this artwork right here in a way where I would try to improve and show how to improve with it, I would break this down in its most basic of shapes. So really fucking scuffed circle here. You're gonna see like, fuck, oh god, I haven't drawn with a mouse in like forever. Good god. There you go. You got your scuffed little circle here. You've got effectively, so if you've seen like those people who draw like your Dorito VODs, that's a real tool, by the way. When it comes to Dorito top bodies and all that shit, you would use this. You've got your cylinder for your neck. Don't even think about the finer details here in regards to that, but this would be more or less. You got your triangles and shit for ears. And so you'd want to start breaking things down, your basic and fundamental shapes. Next, after that, add your depth. So you're gonna want to go in and you're gonna want to fill in the shoulder here. You don't even really need to learn muscles as detailed as you need to, but as long as you understand where the fundamentals all correlate with each other. So you've got this here, you're gonna want to go in and add your chin, that sort of thing, and then you start just effectively blocking it out. This is not the most ideal example because I'm drawing with a mouse and without my glasses, but like, yeah, this more or less, this is what you would want to do. If you're tracing now, I'm a firm believer of don't post art that you've traced, because even if you clarify, there's just a lot of controversy around it. But B, also, if you're still in the tracing phase, try to encourage your skill level to actually learn from it. Don't trace the lines, trace the silhouettes and try to find out and figure out, break down the art you're tracing from. So break down your geometrics, figure out your poses, learn anatomy, and try to eventually, you won't even need to trace at that point. At that point, you'll be able to start drawing things on your own. Don't, especially as well, because I know clothes are rather difficult. Clothes are incredibly difficult. So what I would recommend, figure out how your anatomy works, figure out your anatomical proportions, and try your best. You don't need to even work on poses even at that point, but figure out your fundamentals. Definitely, and review your fundamentals too. So that way, when you're able and ready, you can start then looking at how to do finer details, how to figure out different eye shapes, different hairstyles, different accents, what type of character you're making. And then you can figure out how fabric and clothes will fit on that character. Remember, art, you should never view art as a sprint in terms of skill. Always think of it as a marathon, and it will take time and effort and dedication. Here's a story for inspiration. This is from 2020. This artwork is from 2 years ago. This one is from a year later. If that. This art right here was made within an exact year of each other. I didn't bother with the clothes. I just bothered in learning how to draw anatomy. Yeah, it's still janky as fuck. I will admit that. There are several things wrong here in terms of proportions and everything else and body type. But in comparison to where I was skill-wise only a year before it, there is, in fact, here, I can do one better with Clip Studio. Here, I can just put these side by side, in fact. In comparison, that is and this is another thing too, that you will notice a lot with your art the more you work on it consistently. Consistency is absolutely everything, because you will improve very quickly if you put your effort and mind to it. Exactly. And that's another thing. You will find that the better you're able to work on your workflow, you'll be able to start being able to know when to bend and, in fact, completely disregard certain rules with art and anatomy and perspective. The more you learn and get skilled at those, the better you can actually not only improve your workflow to work faster, you can know certain tricks to trick the eyes of your viewers. It will be able to save you tons of effort and time later on, etc. So, there is a huge difference of improvement here in regards to these two pictures. And that again, yes, there is still quite a bit anatomically wrong between the two pictures. But there is a dramatic increase in terms of skill. I even got the hair back down a bit more too, which is also something I'm still incredibly proud of to this day. You got your little details with his eyes. I mean, I'm still definitely gonna need to... This right here is just funny to me now. I still can't figure out how to draw a man chest. It's difficult, but you know, it is what it is. But that's something that I made the effort to do. Also, secret tip, hands are pain. So instead of hiding them, draw them more simplified. Let me tell you this way. Let me put it this way. I only drew one finger and his thumb here, because I wasn't too fussed about it. This is just his thumb, even, on that hand. That one is mostly hidden, but in regards to hand studies, hands are definitely pain, but they don't need to be. it is a matter of how you utilize and it is a matter of how you utilize your ability to draw hands in your piece, because if you can cleverly find a way to draw, because fundamentally speaking, you can actually get away with the hands, unless the artwork would make it where they're, like, for example, my model. You see how I'm holding up my fan, right? And you see how I'm holding up my fan? Under normal circumstances, you ain't seeing my hands. Think of your artwork like this, if it comes to hands. Are they going to be noticeable? Are they a part of the main piece? Because the secret trick into being able to draw hands is just don't. Unless the piece itself dictates that the hand will be a prominent center point, you can actually not really stress too much about drawing hands perfectly. Because the reason for that is because where do you want the eyes of your viewer to be looking at? Where do you want your eyes of your viewers? And always factor that in when you're drawing your art. Because when it comes to your art in regards to this, for example, for me personally, I would probably flesh this hand out a bit more just to be a bit more detailed, because they'll naturally see it a bit more because of the accessories on the sword hilt. But this one, not so much. I mean, you could get away with hiding that just fine, you know? But my concern, if I was to put clothes on Kiri here, I would want people to focus on his hair, his face specifically, because he's looking up at the viewer slightly. Probably his kimono, depending on what he's wearing, and maybe his sword, and that's it. So, like, yeah, hands are one of my favorite things. That's cool. I mean, I've seen your art, Snell. That it's so cute. You draw hands really well. It is one of those things where the more you improve as well, the more you draw, hands don't become as big of a deal. But in the earlier art skills, when you're still developing, they are genuinely torture. Or at least that they feel that way. My big issue nowadays isn't actually hands so much, it's feet. Because feet is just kind of like, what even are feet? Feet is hard. I should know Zen, the edits I did. But yeah, so like, and this is another thing too to consider as well. What type of artwork are you trying to make as well will dictate whether or not you're going to be needing to make. So as you can see as well too, like I attempted to, these are the two references I used in terms of drawing this picture. I'll let you in on a little secret. I freehanded this entire picture. This is entirely freehand. Now, I could still see nowadays what I could do to go turn and then try to... If I was to edit this, I would probably bring his chest in a little bit. I would... Okay, scale that up a bit. I would probably just slightly... Oh. I would just slightly bring his chest in a bit more. Only a little bit. Like, very, very slightly. And probably, like, make this go up and out a bit more, honestly. Kind of like on how I did on this side. And then accentuate, actually, his hips. Not that big, but, like, give him a bit more hip. Because as of right now, his pelvis looks like it's been squished. So, like, give him a bit more. Give him a bit more. Give him a bit, somewhat more of a hourglass figure, if you will. And then just kind of go in from there, you know? Probably thicken up this leg a bit. Give or take. because Kiri is one of my OCs. He's got the athletic build. He's athletically toned, but he's not like a big, strong, super buff kind of character type in terms of body type. But I'd probably try to fix in the foreshortening here somewhat. And the attachment of the wrist here, because the wrist right here kind of looks weird. Try my, like, I would probably maybe slightly thicken this up a bit. And then just, like, there are not many edits I would need to make here. And then just kind of fix this, because this is just weird in how I've drawn this. I'd probably also just kind of... yeah, something like that, but also I would want to I'd probably want to put his chest out a bit more in general. Make him a bit wider slightly, because that way it doesn't look like if I do go in like that, it would be make him emaciated or like look like he's starving or something. But anyway, either way, in regards to this, in terms of, but like, see, that is exactly what I mean though when it comes down to it. You can see the improvement, and like, I wouldn't have known this back then, but you know, you keep drawing, you keep trying, and then it's little things like that that you can learn. And then the more you learn on your basics and your fundamentals, then you can start dabbling into the advanced techniques of, like, for example, foreshortening and the full mastery of what perspective to draw in. And speaking of perspective, you also can do that in learning on how to draw different head shapes. Not like that. This is a good example. This is his fox form I tried to draw as a concept sketch as to what it might look like. This was drawn... I'm trying to remember what year I drew this in. I think this is also either 2020 or 2019. I know that it was either 2 or 3 years ago I drew this. But, in terms of perspective, there are still a lot of things I could have done to fix this. Mainly, fix where the neck and stuff is, more or less. Keep that in mind of where everything is. The muzzle and everything, because furries are a whole different can of worms when it comes to anatomy. Furries, so when it comes to being furry, with furry art especially, and I mean, furry art can either be the easiest thing in the world to draw depending on your style, or a fucking nightmare to draw. I would know. I've done both. As you can clearly see, I have done both. But yes, it can be either the best thing in the world to draw because it's really easy, or it is a nightmare to draw depending on your skill level. Because the thing with furry art, alright? Drawing animals is difficult depending on the animal. And drawing humans is difficult in and of itself. It's like, blah, you know? So... furry art and your average persona is going to be a mixture of the two. And depending on the artist, depending on how you find your style and which way you lean in terms of drawing furry art, it can be either easier or a fucking nightmare. And it depends entirely on what you're drawing, what your style of drawing is, and a few other different factors. But for the most part, if you can get human anatomy down, drawing furries is actually not that difficult, because it's the human anatomy proportions in terms of your average persona that is the most difficult to challenge and tackle and overcome to draw. Because you got your standard anthro character will be standing upright, waving at you, and also making your decision if you're going to be making them digigrade or just your standard normal plantigrade like us humans are. little minor nitpicks like that. And so, but perspective plays key here. This is a slight profile shot. Honestly, I still think I've messed up here in the terms of the eye placement. The eye placement would probably need to be a bit more up here. It would actually probably need to be more so like this. That's a bit... It would literally need just to be shifted very, very slightly and subtly. I'd probably need to take this and just very gently move it over and accentuate the markings very slightly. And I'd need to fix the nose a bit, make it just a bit more like it was showing to indicate that it's facing this way. Because the snout, even though it's at an angle, it's supposed to be going... The snout's going this way, right? Very clearly it's pointed. But it's also very slightly towards the odd... You see, the perspective here and how it's messed up is because this entire front of the muzzle makes it look like instead of just going directly this way, it looks like it's actually coming slightly towards the viewer, which leads to this very weird distortion here. And I'm not sure how I managed to do it, but the fact that I can recognize and see it is also, that's another thing too, that is an underrated artist tip. You don't need to draw all the time to improve, because that is half of it. The other half is leveling up your observation skills to be able to recognize mistakes. Because humans in general are very visual, right? So when you actually start paying attention, this is why I will never say anybody who uses reference is wrong. Oh, if you're not drawing with reference, I will be questioning what the hell are you doing? Every artist uses reference. Even professional industry grade levels of, yes, always use your references. Even if you don't copy them directly, like, for example, that previous image that you saw right here. Hold on, let me open it. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? I think that's you. Nope. That's the wrong one. Is that it? Nope. Where are you at? There you are. See, this picture here, I definitely heavily leaned on my references. But that is not a bad thing. Heavily leaning on reference does not equal tracing. All right? There is very much a difference. If I was to trace over this, you would be able to tell, first and foremost. You'd be able to see it because it would be a 1-for-1. But also, it's just not realistically feasible to try to combine two very different perspectives, because this is a front-on angle. This person is looking towards you, yeah? This person is looking slightly away towards this way, which would, if I was to trace both of those and try to put that would be janky as fuck, first and foremost. I ended up settling for a kind of a mix between, where the body is definitely face on, but it's like there's a line of motion here where his body is slightly leaning, but his head is just very slightly tilted forward. Actually, I think it's supposed to be. This is also another thing to keep in mind in regards to that. His head is slightly leaning away from his body, but his spine fundamentally is here. You got your spine here. And so his spine and vertebrae, his head is just very slightly leaning back. So you got your vertebrae, you got your spine, and then you got all of that down there. Mostly, yeah, exactly. That's another thing too. You gotta, even if you do something very basic, you don't need to know fully how the bones look exactly. You just need to know how they all work with each other. You got your shoulder, and you got your arm, and then you got your elbow, and then you got your regular, all that stuff going here. Even, like, fundamentally speaking, all that sort of stuff, they all connect. So you've got your hands and all that stuff. They all connect, like a big connect the dots sort of thing. You've got this muscle here. You've got your, I'm pretty sure that's triceps. And then, of course, you got your biceps. I could be wrong, but basically you don't need to know all of that. What you need to know is the general location in the body where all of these are and how they work with each other. In fact, I even messed up here. If you take a look, one of these shoulders are going in at 2 very different angles. There's like an X shape. That's not how that's supposed to work. If you're gonna draw your shoulders, you're gonna want to make a V. And actually, more specifically, you're gonna want your shoulders to be in a V like this. And the reason why is because that way you can actually draw the chest. And that can help with perspective. So I actually messed up quite a lot in this picture, if you take a look. But that's okay, because I was learning. It's all part of the learning process. And remember, Bob Ross has a really good saying. There is no mistakes. There's no bad, good or bad. It's just happy accidents. I will slightly disagree, because that's for landscapes. For people, I would like to add, yes, there are plenty of mistakes you will make, but they're opportunities to learn from. Always see every mistake as a learning process. Thank you for the host, Kiryu. I appreciate it. Arigato. But yeah, always see your mistakes that you make as a chance to learn, a chance to observe, and especially you get even go. Exactly. Mistakes are the best teachers. And that's another thing too. The more you improve, if you're able to point out your mistakes, don't see that as a bad thing. That in it of itself, thank you for the hydrate, Rye. See the fact that you're able to point out your mistakes, see that in of itself as improvement. And the reason for that is the moment you're able to pick out mistakes in your work is already a step towards improvement and getting better at it. So grow, practice, but also observe, understand, and brush up and on your fundamentals. Because there is a good and a bad way to practice. And what do I mean by that? Let me tell you what I mean by that. If you're practicing and if you're sketching, what exactly are you trying to practice? So you remember earlier this year in January, I started a bunch of landscape studies. You have to be specific with what you are trying to improve upon for the practice to be effective. For example, this month I will be working on entirely everything to do with anatomy. I'm going to be brushing back up on the fundamentals on how to draw, and I will just be drawing one character to do it. Because if you can start learning to master one body type, even if it's a basic one, that will actually be very beneficial to your first steps in learning how to draw other body types. So the mastery of the one fundamental body type is really genuinely the key to learning how to draw all of them. It is phase 1 of how to improve. So when it comes down to practice, be specific with what you're trying to study. Don't try to draw like 50 different things at once and call it practice. You will improve, but you will improve a lot quicker by focusing on one thing and then moving on and then starting to draw artworks with all of the things that you've learned together. That is what you should be focusing on, because there is a good and a bad way to practice, and that's the best way that I can put it. in regards to how effective your learning methods and everything will be. So for the other day, like in last month, I was focusing entirely on learning how to draw landscapes, rough shapes that I can then in turn turn into landscapes, and functioning on how lighting would function within those landscapes, adding depth, etc. Some of them were really good, and I'm really proud of some of those, but again, it's a learning process. It takes time. Never ever see your mistakes as a bad thing. See them as opportunities to learn and improve from. And then, here's another thing too. Ta-da. Perspective. Perspective affects your artwork in all ways, even if you're not thinking about it. So, if you're wanting to learn how to draw different angles and presenting a character at different ways, like looking to the side or looking up or looking down and all that sort of stuff, this is all, think about how you wish your character to look. After you get basically better at learning how to draw your character, try practicing putting them in different poses that rely on different perspectives, because perspectives and foreshortening oftentimes goes hand in hand. Because depending on the perspective, it literally isn't, foreshortening in its own is entirely dependent on perspective. In fact, if you want to take a good example of how I messed up, I accidentally drew one ear way bigger than the other. That is actually a mistake. First and foremost, it's supposed to be slightly the other way around to give the illusion that this ear over here is smaller. This ear right here would be the smaller ear, technically. And I say that with quotation marks around that because, again, it's a matter of perspective. So this ear would be the foreshortened one, while this one would just be normal. That's the same thing as well with this eye. In terms of drawing eyes as well, I'm gonna give you some advice, chat. If you're wanting to draw eyes and you're drawing eyes on like really weird angles on the face, do yourselves a favor. Draw them both at the same time. Line for line. Literally, if you draw a line over here, hold on, I'll make a new layer. If you draw a line over here, draw the line over here as well. Mirror it. If you're having the struggle of drawing the other eye, do your best and draw them both at the same time. You're a lot more likely to draw them at least somewhat close to what you want them to be. Again, this is with my mouse and my glasses off, so there's no pen pressure or anything here, so I apologize for the quality. But I certainly hope it gets the point across a bit better. So if you're wanting to learn how to somewhat save yourself trouble on drawing the other eye, there's some good top tier pro tips there. Don't focus on drawing the other eye when you can draw the other eye at the exact same time. You should. It really, I only recently learned that, by the way. That is one of the actual, I encourage you guys, literally, you should be trying this. I've tried it. Oh my god, it saved me so much fucking headaches and stress. Like, it has really helped me out in improving how I draw my eyes and faces. Like, don't get me wrong, these are great. But, like, I've improved a lot since then. And so you've also, this is also another thing to consider. If you're just practicing on drawing heads, focus on the perspective and angle of the head and where they're looking first, the expression and the facial features second, and the hair last. Always build things up in steps. And also again, as another note, don't worry about the detail of said placement of facial features. If I was to break this down again as to when I drew these, I would go in, I'd draw the head, I'd draw, again, this is going to be some super scuffed, rough shit, but forgive. I would go in, I'd draw the head, I'd draw the neck, somewhat of the shoulders there. And got that. And then you would go in and draw the ears. Somewhat there. Let's kind of go in like so. Because that's part of the head. There you go. And then I would draw just like a general shape as to where the eyes are going to go. Along with like the brows somewhat. And then there you go. And then you would build up from this to this. It's still a sketch, but placement and effectively building up your sketches will help. I tend to do 2 sketches at minimum these days, where I will do a very... back when I was still learning, I tended to do 3 sketches. One where the basic placement of shapes would go to try and plot out anatomy. One where I would draw over said basic shapes and refine them to look like a person and place all where the features are going to go after that. And then the 3rd sketch would be your hair, your slight details, and then I would move on to the final line work and color. That is now... I now only need to do 1 sketch where I would go in and build up at least 2 sketches where I do the rough sketch like this, and then I would go, this here kind of is a bit of a hybrid between my 2 sketch styles as of right now, where I would go in and draw all your basic shapes, all your placements, and plot things out, and then I would go in and do a 2nd sketch and plot in your details, merge those, clean it up, and then go immediately into your, you know, proper artwork after that, your proper process for the rest of it. So there you go. There's some wonderful, juicy tidbits of art. You've gotten to see some of my old art. Also, here's something new, because I posted this. I'm pretty sure I posted this last year. And again, my sketch style has somewhat changed a bit. The quality's a bit crap because it's a repost of a repost, I think. I grabbed this one straight off of Twitter to put it in there. I've done my hair. My hairstyle and how I've drawn hair in this picture has kind of done a bit. It's a bit wonky right now, but it's still the same character. I just finally drew his 9 tails. This is a fucking nightmare. But this is a good point to start talking about layering your artwork. And I'm not talking about your layers on the side here. Yes, these are important, but I'm talking about your background, your middle ground, and your foreground. And as it also applies, are you winning at drawing? I'm very much winning. Hello, Tiny Hippo. Good to see you. I'm giving some art advice. Giving some art advice for some people here, because as somebody who's been drawing digitally for 8 years, I think I could give some nuggets of wisdom. So when it comes down to learning, for example, here, how I made this artwork a bit more interesting, even though it's just a sketch. For example, you've got this tail here that's coming from the background into the foreground and is immediately also, this other tail does the same thing and comes up and over, which adds a lot of interesting layers of depth here. You've got learning art with Zen Sensei. Oh my, I don't think I'm a sensei just yet, but I will do my best to give you some nuggets of wisdom and advice that I've learned throughout the years. I hope it helps. But, when it comes down to this and learning anatomy, always figure out how to layer your artwork, especially as well when it comes to your hair. If you guys didn't know, anime hair, a lot of people say that it's all one shape. this is actually not true. Zen Sensei, oh dear. Well, I certainly hope I'll live up to your expectations then. So, anime hair. Yes, anime hair. We're gonna talk anime hair. And you know what we're gonna use? We're not just gonna use this as a good example. We're gonna learn based off of the examples that my sensei hammered into me. I would like to show you guys the absolute incredible tutorials my sensei Faf gave me years ago, back in like 2019 as well, is actually when they pulled me into a Discord server one day and say, "Oi, forehead, we're gonna teach you how to draw." And I'm like, okay. It was great. They were a very harsh teacher, but they were harsh, but they were fair. And I told them to be. I was like, don't sugarcoat shit for me. I'm serious about improving. I beg of you, my dear sensei, teach me your ways and wisdom. And they're like, all right, here we go. And so they taught me how to draw hair. They taught me how to do some better anatomy tricks. They taught me a bit more on perspective, and I will forever love them for it because I don't know where I would be art-wise without their assistance and guidance. My sensei is a sweetheart, and I love them, and I still hope they're doing the absolute best. I haven't spoken to them in a hot minute. Let me see here. Where is it? I'm gonna try and find the tutorials because they gave me some really good tutorials that they personally drew from AA2. Those who know who will know. But they drew me some tutorials from AA2 and showed me how hair physics and everything else work using their models. And these are some of the amazing ways that I learned how to improve and level up and all sorts of stuff. I learned so much from them. I should. For example, all right. Let me ask you this, chat. Where's the layers in this picture in terms of hair? There are 3 fundamental things you're going to want to learn when it comes to drawing anime hair. A, layer order. You've got your front hair, you've got your side hair, and then you've got your back hair. What does that mean? Best example I can give you, look at my model and look at how it's individually rigged. In fact, for this section, we are going to use my model as an example to show this. Yo, Lox, you found that funny? But yeah, no, this is actually serious advice. It really does. Anime hair does have layers. It is not one shape. It is, whoever says that to you, they are wrong, because the only way they think that it is one shape is because it is how it's perceived in like animation. Anime hair genuinely has layers. Look at how my hair is rigged. And that is your first example. My side hair is my long hairs draping to the side. So you've got the hair by my shoulders and in the front of my chest. That would be your side hair in terms of anime hair. The front hair is the bangs. So you see how my bangs are? You see how they move and everything else? This is also a good other thing to keep in mind. We're also going to talk about those again later. And then you've got your back hair, which is the long, glorious fucking mane that I have, apparently. You've got this is literally break it down as you're drawing it. Anime hair has layers. And so, again, we're going to zoom in because there's another important thing that anime hair does in terms of how it's made, and that will dictate every hairstyle you attempt to draw. Anime hair has a point of origin. What does this mean? This means that at some point on the actual head of your character, there is a point where all of the strands of hair comes from. For my character specifically, it is this deep blue spot in between the center of my ears. You see that section right here between my ears? That is the point of origin, and all of the hair that is drawn in parts comes from that section on my scalp. Even the back hair that would go down and follow it all the way down. All anime hair, much like our own hair, yeah, it is a very important thing to note. In fact, you know what? Hold on, chat. We're gonna go back to our canvas. I'm gonna show you an impromptu tutorial on how to anime hair, because I can't find the ones that my sensei made me. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. We're gonna, there we go. I got it. Give me a moment. Let me grab my glove. Let me grab my glove. Let me grab my glove. Let me grab my tablet. Things are gonna get a bit scuffed, because I didn't actually plan to do this. Anime hair has a point of origin. Anime hair has cowlicks, a lot like our hair. And that dictates the parts. It dictates bang style. It dictates literally everything in the hair. Also, it's drawn in parts and layers. These are your 3 fundamentals to remember when it comes to anime hair. Also, so give me a second. We're gonna set my tablet up. As soon as I find my, you know what? There it is. Okay, there you are. I had to find my stand. I had it put up. It genuinely blew my mind too when I learned it, but once I did learn it, it was so much of a lifesaver. I have never felt so much, like, my mind was blown. Because I already knew that anime hair had, like, parts and shit, because my sensei taught me that. But I had no idea of anything about the point of origin thing until a lot later. I learned that from another artist YouTuber, who I highly recommend you take a look at. I'm gonna yeet his video of where I learned that in the chat here in a bit, before I end stream. And I encourage you guys, and that's another thing, by the way. Look at your YouTube video recommendations for artists who discuss these things. Look at Mark Rober. Not Mark Rober. Mark Rober is great, but he's not an artist. He's an engineer. Look at Mark Burnett. That's it. Mark Brunk. That guy. He has an art school thing that you guys should really take a look into. But anyways, here, okay, tablet is set up. I've got my glove. Got everything ready for some impromptu lessons, everybody. Here we go. Let me open up a new layer. Make a new layer all together. Yeet, eat, skitty. Here we go. Alright, so that's another thing. Make sure you warm up before you draw shit. But I'm not gonna be doing too much here, so I don't need to. You got your basic head shape, right? There you go. Say, for example, your character is looking this way. Or, like, towards you. I'm gonna say they're slightly looking away, so I'm gonna go ahead and very roughly draw out a head here. Or at least something that looks like one. Control H. Give me something here. There we go. Let's say this is your protagonist, Kun, yeah? Let's say this is protagonist, Kun. Your generic anime protag. Well, you're gonna draw your hair for him, right? You're gonna want to give him the, let's say, for example, you want to give him the anime absolute buck wild over the top hair that kind of spirals out in this, that, and the other direction, like, whatever. Before you do that, put a dot. And now you can start drawing where you want his hair to start going in from. Actually, give me a sec. I want to actually take my time here for a minute just to make sure I'm drawing something decent. Because otherwise, we won't learn anything. So you got his bangs. You got all this spiky shit going on here. And so then, what you're going to do here is that, say for example, you want his hair to be like somewhat Dragon Ball Z-esque or some shit. You can start going in and actively starting to fill out where you want his hair to go, how you want it to be, all this kind of like flowy, spiky shit. Actually, I'm gonna reduce the opacity here so you guys can see. And so I can fucking see. Also, pro tip. If you want to give the hair a bit more depth, but also somewhat of that manga feel, if you have a point where you didn't fill in a line here, just... I'm not even kidding, it's that easy. You can literally either fill it in with something like this, or, for example, if you got something like right here, you can literally just have a few strands that just come out and do this, like whatever the hell they want. You don't necessarily need to connect your lines. That's a style in its own right. And oftentimes a lot of manga art don't do that. They don't actively have fully clean lines here. Oftentimes it is as stylized as it can be. That's why you've got like your manga like Soul Eater and stuff like that. That's got like really over the top anime styles. It's all entirely dependent on how you would like to draw. So, you know, this isn't the best hair in the world, but like, you get the point, is the whole thing I'm trying to say here. If I spent more time and energy and actively made a better effort than this, but you see what I'm going with, is the point. And so, say for example, you're gonna want to try and draw some, like, crazy spike shit back as if for his back hair. Make sure to go and follow that point. Literally, you don't need to follow these guidelines directly, but they're more so there for you to keep in mind as to where it all originates. So, say for example, he's got like some stuff that kind of goes in and like so. It goes down out like that. There you go. See where his part's like right up here. And then he kind of does its own little thing here. So I was inspired by our earlier conversation to do some research, and my OC should have been a lot more muscled than I was thinking. Well, see, that's the thing about OCs, though. You can make them however you want. Learning when and how to bend the rules when it comes to anatomy is also a skill in its own right, and it takes years to master. Say, for example, you want to go in and give him some, like, really, really over-the-top, like, rooster fucking hair or some shit. And the reason why this type of hair still somewhat works is because all of these parts originate and go back to the center point. And so then you've got your under... kind of like your side hair here, which will be going in like so. Actually, I'm gonna get a different color for that. And I'm gonna make that a new layer. And so you've got your little side hair that will be, and the reason why, even though this is why people make the mistake and they believe that anime hair is all one shape, because they mistake the bangs and the side hairs as the exact same shape, and which is not the case actually. It takes a bit of planning and understanding of how, because hair has volume. You need to actually understand where it all is laying, where it all kind of goes, how it has its own physics and everything else, and how it behaves, just like everything else with the human body. So you've got this sort of thing, you got this, you got that, and it kind of more or less does that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and grab another color, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab another layer, and then I'm gonna draw his final like back here, kind of more or less here. And there you go. So I hope you guys can see this, because I know I somewhat went a little bit ham with the colors, but more or less this is how you draw your anime hair. And I'm gonna go ahead and hide these layers here. You start off, I should have drawn all of those separately from that. Ah, shit. Well, here we go. I'm gonna make my best. I'm gonna do my best here. You start off, yes. You start off with your point, and you then dictate what type of hair, where you put your point for your point of origin doesn't necessarily need to be the top of the head. It is one of the easier places to put it, because it's the most common, but think of this point of origin for the hair as effectively, it's your over-the-top stylized cowlick. So if you know what a cowlick does in regards to hair, normally, what does a cowlick do? Well, a cowlick, it also does depend on perspective too, that is true. But a cowlick essentially, it determines the shape of the direction of where the hair goes. In real life, cowlicks determine the direction of where the hair goes. Either you're going to go to the right or you're going to go to the left. Right? When it comes to anime hair, think of the cowlick as where you put your point of origin for everything else for the hair to go, including direction, actually. It really helps. And it's a good visual marker. And then you're going to want to build up your bangs. Now, there is a couple of different ways to build up bangs. The most common in regards to what you'll see in terms of building up bangs is actually going to be what a lot of people call the M shape or the M cut. And it goes something like this. I'm gonna do my best here. In fact, you can actually already see it because it's the exact same bang type that my model has, where it will go in and it effectively has two parts and a portion of hair in the middle. So you're gonna want to draw your shape of hair in the middle, and then you're going to want to go in and you're going to want to draw your little side shape here. You have a couple of different ways you can do this. In fact, I'm going to try my best to somewhat mimic my own M haircut here. And that's another thing to keep in mind, is that it does kind of somewhat depend on the perspective here. If you're not careful as to where you place it for your visual aid, you can fuck yourself over. Kind of like what I did here. There you go. And then you're going to want to go in like so, and then you're going to want to Control H. Also, that's another pro tip. Constantly flip your canvas when you're drawing. If not to draw the other side of things, then to genuinely give yourself some fresh eyes to see proportions, things, and all that stuff. So you got your basic M shape here in terms of bangs. And then you would just kind of build up and on from there, where they would all just kind of more or less continue from that. I've kind of botched it a little bit. But like more or less, that's where it comes from. I'm not really making too big of an effort here, to be fair, so, but I will. But overall, your fundamentals and everything, and how, if you want to learn how to draw anime hair, you need to keep that in mind. These are genuinely some of the things you should be keeping in mind in regards to building up your anime hair, your hairstyles. So you can, all hairstyles in terms of anime, every single one of them, long, short, medium, don't matter, all of that sort of stuff. These right here, these your point of origin as to where the hair will be coming from, and the layering. So you've got your front hair, your side hair, which will be essentially, these are your little bits to the side, the additional portions of the bang. They are literally the best way to think of side hair in terms of the layering for hairstyle is that they are the transition from the bangs to the back of the head. They help smooth and ease that transition visually. And they do exist because also you need to remember, once again, hair has volume. It has volume. It is genuinely a bunch of bazillion different strands, but it doesn't look appealing to draw every individual strand of hair. Unless like you're drawing or you like see a very extensively detailed, highly detailed like manga, oftentimes you're going to see your standard parts and style. And then of course you've got your back hair, which it can be as long as short as you want. A lot of hairstyles in terms of anime is always going to follow these fundamentals in terms of how you construct them. Also, while I have this head shape, like I was saying earlier as well with the eyes in terms of drawing the other eye, don't draw the other eye. Why draw the other eye when you can literally just go in and you draw said eye at the exact same time. There you go. And now all you need to do is some very, very minor edits. Another thing, when it comes to sketching, do not be afraid to use your transform tool. Cool Soap! Hello! Thank you for the host. Impromptu art lessons with Mama Zen. Very impromptu, but you know, it's there. Also, yes, like I was saying, do not be afraid to use your transform tool when you're sketching. It can literally be your best friend. Use it. It's a tool for a reason. It's there. But there you go. Don't draw the other eye. Draw the other eye at the same time. There you go. So, I hope these tips helped in regards to that everything. Yeah, you're gonna want to probably move those down just a bit. Slightly adjust them. So yeah, basically, more or less, that's what you're gonna want to draw and how you draw eyes and all sorts of stuff like that. If you want another trick on how to draw noses, draw your eyebrows first, actually. You want a tip on how to draw noses good? And in terms of placement? You're actually writing things down. Aw. I'm glad that they can be of assistance to you. So you draw in your eyebrows, yeah? literally pick one. In terms of the perspective, for me, I'm gonna choose this one. Make an imaginary line as you're going down, and then just... There you go. That's it. It is literally that easy. One thing that I've learned in regards to it, when it comes to noses especially, like, they're actually a lot easier than you might expect. And a lot of times, you can actually get away with not drawing them at all. Don't feel too bad, Rye. A lot of this information is something that I learned really recently. I've been drawing art for 8 years, and these are some of the tips that I wish I knew 8 years ago. I learned a lot of these things over the course of 3 years. But yeah, you've got you've got your nose here. And the best thing about that even then is now you can just go in and just go. You can now just genuinely put in your little mouth or whatever you want to do. You have all sorts of different expressions that you can do. Anything in between. Literally just have some fun with it. There you go. But yeah, more or less, this is how you draw some of your basic fundamentals for anime. I was a child, so I never really knew how art works. I mean, same. We all start somewhere, right? We all start somewhere. Don't need to feel ashamed in regards to... This is also what this is why I started streaming. I started streaming about 6 years ago. Oh, no, not at all. Don't worry. I started streaming 6 years ago because I wanted to share my art progression journey rather, live. I didn't start out this good. Trust me, and I still personally wouldn't call myself good. Yeah, I was streaming on Picarto a lot more back then, before they had their whole website overhaul. I only recently came to Twitch full time. But I've been drawing that entire time too. So I literally, before I became a VTuber or anything else in regards to this, I didn't have that many people who regularly followed me. I think at most I had 3 people as my regulars, and oftentimes I streamed to nobody for 6 years. Me being a VTuber is the genuine first success, which is why even if I have 1 regular or 2 or 3, it doesn't matter to me how many people are hanging in my chat. It's the fact that there are people there at all. It's just awesome to me. It shows that I've improved a lot. So, and I would also say that as well about my art. It's a genuine journey. It takes a long time. It does. It takes a lot of time and dedication and effort to get good at anything. Exactly, yes. Shout out to the lurkers, my lovely lurkers. I love and appreciate all of you. Thank you. But that's also another thing too when it comes down to my chat and my streams. As an artist, I'm so used to being absorbed into my work that I don't talk. So I have some comfy fucking music and all sorts of fun things and everything in between. You know, back when I was streaming on Picarto, do you want to know how I used to interact with my viewers on there? I would literally write on my canvas, I would write on my canvas as I was drawing at them. I would literally do really fucking cute shit if I saw somebody talking in chat and just say... And just do something like that. Because I didn't have a mic, and I didn't have a camera, and I wanted to stay anonymous, but I wanted to let people know that I was there, and I was paying attention to both as best as I could. I would literally just write cute little messages like this, and just vibe and work and all sorts of stuff like that. I would literally, if I would see somebody typing in chat, it might take me a hot minute, or I would draw like a cup of coffee or some shit, and just like have it say, oh hey, I'm off for my break. So I would draw like or some type of teacup or some shit. And like you got your little steam here, and just say, I would draw this out, I would write this out, and I would just leave this here. My Picarto streams were not there's not that much actually that has changed over the 6 years that I've been streaming. The only difference is A, I have a mic, B, I have a VTuber model, and C, I have an awesome chat that is a lot larger than it was back then. I have a lot of community. It really fucking does save time though. Like, I let people know, hey yo, I'm still here. I see you guys. I do. I really do. And then I would just, if I see them saying, I would just kind of, I'd draw these cute little fucking pictures and everything, and that's how I would talk with my chat. It was fucking cozy as hell, and it was comfy as all hell too. And then and also back then on Picarto, I used to have a lot of different music that I would play too, but more or less it was the same comfy shit like this. I would listen to Adrian von Ziegler too a lot, because Adrian von Ziegler is a composer on YouTube who has these really comfortable like Celtic music mixes that he's composed. But as long as you let people know what you're listening to, if you make sure to have like proper credit given on screen, he lets you use his music for free on streams, as long as you're not profiting from the music. That he's really cool. He's one of those composers like, yeah, you can use it under the fair use laws. So you can use it for streaming and everything. Oh yeah, I absolutely made a ton of friends. I remember, you want to know, I remember the usernames of my first 3 regular people. I do have a daughter. I don't just have a daughter, I have 2 sons. I have 2 sons. I have Cuckoo. My very first VTuber son is Kuskukran. And I will never forget that I just casually added him one day on Twitter, and I said, hey yo, you're my son now, because I was adopting him. I was effectively child sniping from Banshee. I was like, Banshee wanted to adopt him. I'm like, no, I'm having this one. And then he just agreed with me, and I was like, I was not prepared. Kidnap bug. So I am Cuckoo's mom. I am his VTuber mom. I'm not his model mom. I'm not his VTuber model artist or rigger, but it is still kind of funny. It effectively happened. And it was hilarious. You know what's even funnier is that he's older than me IRL. Outside of the internet, he's actually older than me, and he's also actually older than my model. Like, his model's lore is that he's like 3,000 years, and my model, my model is 419 in terms of, or 418 in terms of lore. Psst, don't forget to shout them out. Oh, I'm going to. Hold on, I need to pull up Cuckoo. He's Twitch partner. That was the one thing that kind of gobsmacked me too, is the fact that I effectively adopted a Twitch partner Dude, he used to lurk in my streams a lot. He's just kind of busy these days. But like it was kind of funny all the way around. Hold on, here, I'll pull him up. Cuckoo! Coo! Where you at? Ah! Mute tab. Twitch. Coo! Coo! Kuslekran. There you are, buddy. Here you go. My first VTuber child, everybody. Go give them lots of love. Go follow them. Tell them lots of love from Mama Zen. Give him lots of love. He is an amazing person. He reviews donghua and manhwa, I think. He reviews. He used to go by donghua reviews. He recently became a VTuber, and I love him. He is precious. But yeah, so there's Cuckoo. But prior to my time on Twitch, I'm gonna give you guys some interesting advice. I remember the names of my 3 regulars from Picarto. I remember their usernames. I remember their usernames. Do you want to? Their usernames on Picarto was Goblin. I follow Goblin on Twitter. There's Arcaicum. There's Goblin. I want to say Ruzak. Goblin Ruzak. Yes. He's got a Twitter account, and both of them have Twitter. And then there's also, oh yeah, he got his new model lately. His old model was Precious. It's like literally looks like his old model grew up into his new model, and it's amazing. He is an Irish wolfhound sheed, and I love him. But yeah, I remember there's Orcacum, there's Goblin Ruzak, and then there's Cupwolf, I think. Those are the first 3. I remember them because they are the first 3 viewers I ever had as semi-regular. They were my semi-regulars back on Picarto all those years ago. And if I go live on Picarto, chances are I will still see Orc pop in, which is awesome. Orc is one of my absolute, he's a very fair regular. He hops over. I remember I streamed on Picarto one time last year just to see how my setup would look on Picarto compared to Twitch. And I saw him lurking in the chat, and it was amazing. I was like, ah, beans. But yeah. I love all of these people that I've met. There's Cuckoo. And then, of course, there's all these other people that I had the opportunity to meet as well. Like Lance, we've got Banshee, we've got Helheim, we've got all sorts of people that I got to meet. I've met a lot of amazing people in my 6 years of streaming. I also met a lot of people in the art community on Picarto because I was a furry artist. I still am a furry artist. Deal with me, chat. The original 3 nights, yes. You want to know how easily I can immediately go back and draw furry art? Watch this. I could just... Give me a moment. In fact, it's easier for me to draw furry art than it is for me to draw anime. Hold on. Give me a second. It's been a hot minute. There you go. It's that easy for me, chat. It is that easy for me, chat. It is so fucking easy for me to just immediately go back. Furry art. I mean, there's still some perspective stuff that I need to go in and all sorts of stuff and finagling and everything else, but you get the point. Like, in comparison to how quickly it took me to draw this was like a lot faster. I'm like, bruh. There you go. Plain and simple. Very, very easy. What? I think that was like, what? Like a minute, maybe, at most? It is so fucking... Like, obviously, I'm not really making too much of a serious attempt here, but, like... The fact is, it still somewhat stands here, what I was trying to point out and say. Like, give or take two minutes. Like, and then you see me go in and then just try and draw, like, an anime... Well, first and foremost, the first damn thing is to draw a goddamn circle! First you draw a circle. First you draw a circle. God. First you draw a circle. Okay, there we go. Close to fucking enough. There you go. And then you gotta draw your chin. Oh, and then Clipstedia is gonna save. Okay. You draw in your chin here, and then you're gonna go in and up and up and up and around. Something like so. And then you're gonna go in and down, da 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 da. And then you're gonna wanna put this in proportion so you don't regret life later. Very, very slowly but surely kind of maneuver this around. And then you're gonna wanna go in, and then you're gonna wanna go, like, fix this, and then just kind of more or less put this in perspective. And then you're gonna wanna, And I'm already over the 2-minute mark of what it took me to draw the furry art in comparison to this. Like, that is, like, you see, right? Like, before we discuss more how I feel like, I'm definitely gonna end soon-ish. But, I could talk for, I think I got about 15 more minutes or so. But yeah, you know, the whole, more or less, the point here is that you got, like... getting something drawn that's, like, half decent is, like... I'm gonna draw this at the very least to prove a point, and then I'm gonna go to bed. There you go. There you go. And then you just like, then you see like the comparison of like 2-ish minutes to like however long this fucking thing took. I was like, this is like what, 5 minutes? 4 or 5 minutes? Thank you for the posture check. I appreciate it, Soap. But yes. My roots are definitely more or less found in furry art. I am a furry artist through and through. I have no shame to it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I certainly hope everything was fun for you. I really love the, I hope you guys were able to learn something from the impromptu art lesson. I hope everything was fun. I hope everything was nice and comfy. We're gonna switch over to just chatting now. And we're gonna turn back on our blossoms. But yeah, I think, would you guys like me to do more like art teaching streams like this? To where I actually go in with more, like, I take my time to actually put together some lessons for you all in regards to some art improvement. I'm not sure how much I could actually provide in comparison to proper professionals, but maybe, you know, I could do something like that. I'm definitely going to start, before I do go, I will, give me a minute. I'm going to yeet you guys some really important people. Mark Brunette. Yes, there you are. So we've got Mark Brunette here. I'm going to link his channel here on YouTube in here for you guys. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yes. If you go here, he's got a really good course in terms, he has a lot of fantastic courses. He used to work at Blizzard. He doesn't anymore. So, but point is that he is a professional artist in regards to what, if you're into game concept art and everything else for character design, he's somebody who, if you're wanting to learn how to improve on anatomy, you should take a look at. He's got a great school. He's got his YouTube art schools videos. Then there's also, let me see here. Drawing anime hair. If I remember correctly, where's it at? Lauvan, there you are. So here you go. I'm going to yeet this guy at you. He has a lot of great tips on how to draw anime style body types as well as hair, predominantly male mostly. And then, of course, while I'm aware that this is more of a traditional artist compared to a digital, I would also highly recommend Mikey Mega, and because he draws a lot in relation to the male and female figure for the manga style. So while he does often do his tutorial videos in traditional, they will still very much carry over into your digital mediums. He's one of those people who he will draw the picture originally first in traditional and then scan it and then draw it digital. But yeah, I would highly recommend you take a look at these guys' channels in terms of if you want to specifically learn how to draw anime. Danke? Bita. But especially if you're wanting to learn how to draw that type of style and manga, anything in between, those are 3 channels, and definitely Mark as well in regards to that, because Mark is really good at a lot of other things that comes with the territory of character design. Yep. Yep. I say I replied to you with beta. But yes. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to say. Probably not. So I am going to look for somebody for you guys to raid. Give me a moment here, chat. I'm going to take a gander, take a look. Let me see who's live. Let me see here. Ooh, I know who I'm gonna yeet you guys to. Another wonderful artist, since we're on some art binge and I've been teaching you guys some tutorials. We are going to raid. Grab your raid messages. We're going to raid Amai. Amai is a good friend of Matcha. They're Matcha's mod. They're absolutely a sweetheart. They're genuinely precious. They're wonderful. I highly encourage you guys to give them a follow and give them some love. We're gonna go ahead and raid you guys over to Amai's channel. They're drawing as well, so you guys might appreciate that. And I hope you guys have an awesome evening. Thank you guys. I know today's stream was a lot shorter than normal, but either way, I hope you guys had fun. I really looked forward and had fun hanging out with everybody here. Remember, Anzen di kaiteki ni, and oyasumi nasai. Stay safe and comfy, everyone. Bye bye. Jane.